that talks about what's in your interest, and our top focus in today's segment is going to be the searing heat in the national capital that has not stopped the political face-off between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party all over the ongoing demolition drives in the national capital. Former Delhi Chief Minister Atishi, she was detained earlier today from Kalkaji Extension, where she had gone to extend support to the Bhumihin camp dwellers. The DDA had issued an official notice to all the residents of the Bhumihin camp in Kalkaji, directing them to vacate their premises. They gave them 3 days to vacate the entire area. The demolition drive against illegal slums was mandated following directions from the Delhi High Court. And politics has broken out, with the Aam Aadmi Party now accusing the BJP government and the Prime Minister of breaking its poll promise of providing houses near the demolition areas. They also asked whether the court told them not to act on that poll promise. BJP on its part claims that they have rehabilitated the affected parties and were just following the court orders is what they were doing. The political war of words, meanwhile, has begun. Here are some of those face-off reactions on your screens next.
जनता पार्टी कल ये झुग्गियां तोड़ने वाली है और आज मुझे जेल में लेके जा रही है, क्योंकि मैं इन झुग्गी वालों की आवाज उठा रही हूँ। भारतीय जनता पार्टी, रेखा गुप्ता जी, झुग्गी वालों की हाय लगेगी आपको, हाय लगेगी झुग्गी वालों को, गरीबों की हाय लगेगी, झुग्गी वालों की हाय लगेगी। भारतीय जनता पार्टी कभी वापस नहीं आएगी, इन गरीबों की हाय लगेगी। झुग्गी झोपड़ी पे कोई हाथ भी नहीं लगा रहा है। ये नौटंकी पार्टी है, नौटंकी करना, बेरोजगार लोग हैं, इनके पास कोई और काम नहीं है, यही काम इनको मिला हुआ है। दिल्ली की जनता को बहकाना, वर्गलाना, ये इनका काम है, इनका ध्येय है। जबकि हम लोग पॉजिटिवली दिल्ली के लोगों का ध्यान रखना, एक समग्र विकास करना, कोर्ट के आदेश की मानना करना, दिल्ली को व्यवस्थित रूप से डेवलप करना, हमारा ये ध्येय है। हम ये नहीं कर सकते कि कोई बिल्कुल बीचों बीच सड़क करके बना ले और हम कहें कि यहाँ जाइए जी आप, क्योंकि आम आदमी पार्टी ऐसा सोचती है, हम ऐसा नहीं सोचते।
ये हटनी चाहिए थी इनके शासनकाल में। अर्बन फ्लड्स का रास्ता साफ करने के लिए दिल्ली विकास कर रही है, बर्दाश्त नहीं हो रहा। पुराने जमाने की ऐड देखी थी, तेरी कमीज मेरी कमीज से सफेद कैसे, उसी जलन का काम।
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने वादा किया था कि जहां झुग्गी वहां मकान, इनको कार्ड बांटा गया था और कहा गया था कि झुग्गियां आपकी जहां पे है वहीं हम मकान बना के देंगे, अगर हटाना पड़ा तो, वरना आपकी झुग्गी नहीं तोड़ेंगे। पूरे दिल्ली में गरीब के ऊपर भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कहर टूट पड़ा है। बीजेपी का बुलडोजर चल रहा है गरीब की छाती के ऊपर, उसके मकान के ऊपर, उसके दुकान के ऊपर।
Well, those are the allegations from the Aam Aadmi Party, and that's how the BJP is currently defending this entire politicizing of the Delhi slums and the demolition over there. But the questions that need to be answered, and we're asking them tonight: why there is politics over court-ordered demolition? What gave way for such an advent? And could the BJP government have appealed to the court to give more time to rehabilitate those who lost their livelihoods? Of course, the Delhi minister talks about urban floods, but essentially at what cost? All of those questions decoded right here on In Your Interest. Joining me here on the broadcast is Vandana Sinha, spokesperson for the Aam Aadmi Party, and Sanjay Bagadia, spokesperson for the Congress Party. Of course, we did want to begin with the BJP spokesperson, the government of the day over here. But Vandana, we can also start with the Aam Aadmi Party that has vociferously been, raising their voice against these demolitions. Atishi was detained whilst protesting today. Everybody was talking about it. The Delhi police cited a particular act that we only removed her from the area to carry out our work. But the BJP, on the other hand, saying that Aam Aadmi Party's outrage at this point in time seems selective and seems very politically well-timed. Is this truly about people, or is this really about politics? Because the BJP is also asking questions of the Aam Aadmi Party. What did you do in terms of concrete housing solutions? You were also in power. What did you do back then? But answer my question first. Truly about people or about politics? Timing is being suspected here with the Aam Aadmi Party's, dissent that's come to fore.
Kabir, as we all know that the Aam Aadmi Party has always worked for the citizen of Delhi. And as far as the BJP is concerned, since beginning, this is the intention of the BJP to remove these slum dwellers. because as we know that this policy was introduced in 2015 to rehabilitate from this GJJ camp and the slum dwellers. But what happened, and it was always under DDA, and DDA always comes under the central government. But what happened? Since then, when the eligibility criteria was started, since then the DDA has imposed one after one the new eligibility criteria, because the intention was only to remove these slum dwellers and not to provide the rehabilitation to them. And what about the thousands of people, those who are on the road in this heat? And then at the same time, the Rekha Gupta is talking about the allotment of her own Raj Mahal. So it's all about the people. It's not about the politics. If you talk about Jahan Jhuggi Wahan Makan, what it says, what this policy says where the slum dwellers live, that the rehabilitations will be provided to them within the 5 kilometers of the same area. But what BJP government did, what DDA did, they never provide any of this rehabilitation. Instead of them, their intentions to demolish the Jhuggis. At the same time, they are not thinking about these slum dwellers, where they will go. They have been living on the same area for past 30 years, for past 40 years. Even their children, those going to the same school, those who are slum dwellers, maybe they are working as an auto or the rickshaw pullers. Maybe the ladies from the same family, they are working as a housemaid in the same locality. But BJP is not at all think about them. They are just thinking about, as a BJP always think, because we all know that the BJP is all for the industrialist. BJP is all about the businessman. They are protecting only person like Ambani and Adani. So why BJP will think about the slum dwellers? As Rekha Gupta stated, they are not concerned. She is not concerned at all about, because they are on the road. But whose duty is this to provide a rehabilitation to them? Whose duty? As a CM, it is her duty to provide a rehabilitation to them.
Let's take those questions. We've got the BJP spokesperson who is with us on the broadcast. We can see RP Singh, spokesperson for the BJP. A very warm welcome to you, Mr. Singh. Urban floods, but at what cost? I mean, that was the Delhi minister's response, and the Aam Aadmi Party saying that, even the Prime Minister in the run-up to the Delhi Assembly elections had said, Jahan Jhuggi, Wahan Makan. Is this the BJP going back on its poll promises? The Aam Aadmi Party leaders suggesting that BJP is bulldozing their way. Arvind Kejriwal said that in 3 months the BJP has destroyed Delhi. How do you respond to these allegations? Even 24 hours back, the Chief Minister said that no Jhuggis or no slums are going to be demolished. And the Prime Minister also made the same statements in the early week in February. How does the BJP respond to what's happening vis-a-vis the slum politics in the national capital? Mr. Singh.
First, let's understand which Jhuggi has been demolished. Let's understand. Please show the pictures again and show any Jhuggi being demolished. It's encroachment on a land, Pakka buildings being built under the shield and protection of Aam Aadmi Party. At what cost? We seen how Delhi was flooded and how Delhi was in trouble. And this is not because it's the BJP's government initiative. It's because there's a High Court order, and then it's only thing is that no one can set aside the High Court order. I mean, you have to ultimately abide by the High Court order. And then that's how it is being, the demolition is happening. But please, I'll appreciate, Kabir, before you take the story forward, please show us Jhuggi is being demolished. So they can keep doing fakery, whatever fakery they want to do. And then what sort of development they have done in Delhi, we all know. And that's why they were thrown out of Delhi. Now they have gone to Punjab to loot Punjab. Now all the Delhi bosses are in Punjab now. And then people who are part of Delhi loot bazaar are part of the Punjab loot bazaar. So that point aside, but fact is, again I reiterate, there were Jhuggis being demolished at one place, and all of them were being allotted alternative accommodation. Almost 190 of them, if I rightly remember, were given alternative accommodation. But tell me, in today's demolition, where is Jhuggi being demolished? But you can't, I mean, tomorrow someone can encroach on the road that, oh, that's our house, we will stay here now. But that's not how, that's not the things work. That's not the administration functions. That you build up a place, you encroach roads, you encroach the river banks, or you encroach whatever you want to encroach. I mean, I'm sorry, there are a lot of other places which are there, and probably they will also have to face the same tune because they have encroached on the Yamuna river bank, and which will create a lot of problem for Delhi. and it was all allowed because of the certain vote bank in Delhi.
Mr. Singh, the other allegation that's also coming to light is that there were 3 demolition drives that were carried out in the same area. So urgency of this government is again being questioned. The allegation essentially being that this is not about development, this is about vote bank cleanup. Your opinion on that, sir?
Well, if you have built up your vote bank at the cost of Delhi development, then probably they will have to bear it. I mean, I'm not hiding it, because fact is that how can you allow Yamuna Bank to be encroached? Their leader used to say, yes, I'm doing it. One of the MLAs used to say, yes, I'm doing it. And he used to test some about it. I mean, that's not how Delhi will be done. And I'm again repeating, whichever Jhuggi will be demolished, he will be given alternative housing.
Okay, so essentially, Jhuggis were not demolished, and that's what the BJP spokesperson here is saying. Before we come to you, Mr. Bagadia, let me go to, Vandana once again. How does the Aam Aadmi Party now respond to this? Because today we just heard Atishi saying, "Aapko garibon ki hai lagegi." The BJP will not come back to power over here. And my question to you at this point is going to be two-pronged, because, of course, respond to what RP Singh was saying. But you have been at the helm of affairs for the longest time. In terms of concrete housing solutions, what did the Aam Aadmi Party do that, urban flooding would have been taken care of? Pollution was something that every year Arvind Kejriwal did a press conference on, but we saw what the situation was like post-October in the national capital. So, RP Singh saying that none of the Jhuggis were demolished. Look at some of those visuals. How does the Aam Aadmi Party now respond to this? Because Sanjay Singh has been visiting all these sites. He's been very vocal about this issue, saying that the Prime Minister walked back on his poll promise, jahan Jhuggi wahan makan. But RP Singh saying that Jhuggis aren't even being touched. Show me where Jhuggis are being touched.
Kabir, the same. This is what I told. Because now the BJP is, protecting themselves under the court order, because under the shell of the court order. What is the urgency within these 3 months only that the demolition is being happen now? Because this demolition is always under the DDA, right? And DDA was, who was the chairperson of the DDA? It was LG of the Delhi. Why there was no urgency? Why after when the BJP has formed the government in Delhi and within 3 months they are demolishing all the Jhuggis in all over Delhi? What was the reason? Now they are saying,
one Jhuggi, please.
This is what, sir, I did not tell you anything. When
One
you
Jhuggi.
let me finish.
So,
Kabir,
I appreciate, show the visuals again. How can you allow someone to spread fake news?
The BJP is only doing for last 3 months what they are doing, just blaming.
I challenge you, please show in today's demolition one Jhuggi being demolished.
Please, what you did. Where is your promise for
I challenge you, please show me one Jhuggi being demolished in
No,
today's demolition.
that's what the BJP spokesperson is saying, Vandana. He's saying, and this is an open challenge on a democratic platform, he's saying, show us the pictures. I mean, if there is a proof of the Jhuggis going and coming down, well, RP Singh is right here. He'll answer all those questions. RP Singh, what is your challenge?
See, there are encroachments on the Yamuna Bank, and in which
And these are not Jhuggis. You're saying these are not Jhuggis, these are encroachments.
These are encroachments. And as far as Jhuggi goes, I'm telling you, I'm giving
We'll
you
come to the rehabilitation. All right, we understood. Vandana, we'll come to the rehabilitation of it all.
Another second. I give assurance on behalf of my government. Any Jhuggi which will demolish, he'll be given alternative housing before Jhuggi is being demolished.
Okay. We'll come to the rehabilitation bit. Vandana, how do you respond to that particular query? He's saying no Jhuggis were even touched.
Everybody is saying that how Jhuggi is being demolished now. And my question is from the BJP spokesperson and from the Rekha Gupta itself and from the Prime Minister of India. Because when this scheme has introduced, it was that the card was distributed to all Jhuggis person, that under this jahan Jhuggi wahan makan, all the slum dwellers will get a pakka makan instead of the Jhuggis.
Let her complete. Mr. Singh, let Vandana complete her point. Go ahead, Vandana.
Yes. So I am just asking, where is, because this whatever we are talking about this writ petition which was dismissed by the High Court, there are 1,355 people only in the Bhumihin camp. They are not getting the Pakka Makan in the same locality. There are only, I'm talking about only one area of Delhi. This is Bhumihin camp, which is going to be demolished tomorrow. Where these 1,355 people will go? Will they go on the road? Will they sit on the road? I mean, they are including the children, those who are from the 5 years to 16 years, the ladies, and all these men, those who are rickshaw pullers, where they will leave from tomorrow.
Right,
The BJP has to answer about
Okay,
it.
okay, no.
Why did the false promises
That's a
have been
pertinent
made
point.
from
That's a
16
pertinent
days?
point. That's a pertinent question. Again, my apologies to Mr. Bagadia. We do have to understand why the Congress is relatively silent on this issue. And I will quickly come to you. My apologies. I'm going to quickly bring in RP Singh here. Like Vandana was pointing out, and this is a logical, deduction, Mr. Singh, that, a lot of economies are, intertwined with a slum that's dwelling in one of these areas. The women are working as domestic help in these areas. The men go out, they are finding their own daily lives and earning the bread for the house as well. What happens to these people then? If a jhuggi or jhopadi, agnostic of the fact of how this structure was built, what happens to these people next? Rehabilitation is another word that's doing the rounds. What happens to these people who are shelterless overnight now suddenly?
There's a court proceeding which has been happening. It's not that it's overnight which has happened.
And the court order is going to be is going to be kept right up there. People are going to be adhering to what the court demands, but the court order can be challenged, if the lack for a better word right now.
It has been challenged and it has been turned down. The problem is that there is a court order which, how can you defy a court? They are in habit of doing it because they don't believe in the democratic processes.
No, sir, I agree. I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes of one of those residents. I'm trying to put myself in the shoes of one of those residents. And, when I hear statements coming across, ki ab hum kya kare, where will we go? It's sweltering heat right now. And these are elderly people, elderly ladies, of course, youngsters also there. But I'm just at a loss for words to understand what might happen of these elderly people now that they don't have roof on the top of their heads.
Kabir, I reiterate again. Tomorrow someone builds up a house on a road. There are already a lot of constructions which are there on the road, on the public land. Not jhuggis. They are pakka makans being constructed on roads. And probably someone made fool of them and sold them the land. And they have, court order was there and they have gone against the court order. Court has again issued a further order on the same subject. Now, problem is, if there is, I'm again repeating, even a single jhuggi will be given an option of alternative before being demolished. And that has been done also. But again, reiterate, you can't go against the
What has the
order.
court said about the
Court is a
rehabilitation
court
here,
order.
sir? Has the court mentioned anything about the rehabilitation for all these encroachments that are going to be tumbled down, raised eventually? Is there any sort of rehabilitation that is being meted out by the court for these people?
No, as per my knowledge, no. But Kabir, I again repeat, for the sake of repetition, had there been jhuggis?
No, we understand. We get your point. If the jhuggis, even before they're downed, you're giving us a guarantee for your government that there is going to be alternative housing in place before any jhuggi is even touched. On that note, I think Mr. Bagadia has been very patiently waiting. Let's quickly go across to him. Sir, help the viewers understand, why is the Congress missing? 2008, there was a big fiasco, Sheila Dikshit's government. Then there was another big fiasco about the ID cards, Nitish Kumar coming in saying that the Biharis are being tarnished under this entire aspect. Sheila Dikshit in 2012 had also blamed the shortcomings and the woes of the national capital and all those people who are coming in from the outside. So these are all factors and aspects to look at. This is not a new problem for the national capital. This has been there for the longest time. But why is the Congress party relatively silent here? We see Sanjay Singh, we see Rekha Gupta, we see all these BJP and AAP leaders. Where are the Congress leaders right now?
See, when we are not doing anything, you say, why are you not doing anything? When we go there, you say, you are doing politics. What is this? Congress is not in power for a long time. You said Sheila Dikshit ji government. Okay, we agree. 2008. But since 2007, BJP is in power in MCD and they are since 11 years. They are in center, ruling Delhi through LG. What were they doing? Now, tell me one thing. Humanitarian ground pay, please tell me one thing. When they are demolishing, Mr. RP Singh said, कि मुझे बताएं where was the jhuggi, who has demolished the jhuggi. What is this? We can see what is happening. Okay, fine. If there is an encroachment, I agree with RP Singh. What MCD was doing, what LG was doing, tell me. Court order, what court orders? In many court orders, you find they say give alternate arrangement or rehabilitation in order. No, they are not. It is a humanitarian question. It is not politics. Tell me who has issued then Aadhaar card, who has then issued then voter card, how they are getting water supply, how they are getting electricity supply. Tell me who is responsible for that? Because without any authority, nobody can build anything. Even nobody can stand there for long. And he is saying, RP Singh is saying they have built pakka makan. This is, I don't think this is good to talk. Now they are saying court order. The court order के तो मास्टर हैं. Court order के अगेंस्ट तो बहुत कुछ ऑर्डिनेंस लेके आए हैं ये लोग. उसके तो मास्टर हैं ये चाहे तो. आप मुझे बताएं. Let RP Singh clear. Mr. RP Singh should clear. रेखा जी कहती हैं कि कोई झुग्गी नहीं तोड़ी जाएगी और ये कह रहे हैं कि साहब हम सड़क पे कुछ नहीं बनने देंगे. अगर एक जगह ये बोलते हैं कोर्ट ऑर्डर, एक जगह ये बोलते हैं कोई भी अगर सड़क पे बना लेगा तो हम तोड़ लेंगे. Let them clarify what they want. Listen what they were doing before election.
Let RP Singh answer that question. We let Mr. Singh answer that question. Whilst you're doing that,
before election, they were staying. They were as a tourist. They were staying night stay in Juggi Jhopadi. Everybody, even central minister were there. Then what was happening? Was it tourism? A tour plan? What was that? And what is about our, one of the only prime minister in world? He says, जहां झुग्गी हर गरीब आदमी को हक है, जहां झुग्गी है वहीं मकान देंगे. What does it mean? Now they are saying that what will happen if another court order comes? What will happen? There is no planning.
Okay, let's have Mr. RP Singh answer that question. Let's have RP Singh come in on that.
Poor person, they only want vote from them. They don't like poor person who ask them questions they don't like.
Sir, all political parties want votes. All political parties want votes. It's why they're political parties and they're all vote banks. I mean, let's not call them tourists or, call that particular tourism because everybody turns out to be a tourist. Come election season, everybody becomes a tourist and we'll see them in all shapes, sizes.
Everybody. We have rehabilitated them.
All right, let's have RP Singh answer that question. Let's have RP Singh, how do you respond? How do you respond to the Congress's questions? And whilst you're at it, do you find your own government's stand, your own government's actions on the Libra scales of, let's say, not black and white, but do you think that they are logically prudent? That, of course, urban flooding is a big aspect that one has to take a look at. The railway tracks being encroached upon is something that one has to take a care about. Look at what happened in Maharashtra, in Mumbai, overcrowding leading to the deaths of those 7 people. All of that has to be taken into account. But on the Libra scales, when you're talking about humanity, rehabilitation, and of course administrative work being happening on the other hand, development versus welfare. Now, on that Libra scale, do you think there is logical prudence with how the BJP government in Delhi is reacting to this? And, of course, answer to the Congress's questions. Over to you, Mr. Singh.
Well, I reiterate again. Please show me one jhuggi being demolished. And I again reiterate, any jhuggi demolished will be given an alternative option, and we have done it. I mean, just recently only, the jhuggi is being demolished because they were on the Barapula flood plan. So they had to be demolished because they were on the Barapula drain and which got led to trouble after the rains, during the rains. So they were given option, they were given alternative, and then their houses were demolished after giving them the alternative. But these are not jhuggis. These are pakka houses being built on the public land. And you can't run a city when you allow pakka houses being built on a public land. Now, my friend says that, where was BJP? Sir, Delhi mein sarkar Aam Aadmi Party ki thi. उससे पहले कांग्रेस की थी. When you are protecting all such things, when go to Yamuna Bank, you will find thousands of houses of this sort being built. And I just told you, the local MLA just some senses, yes, मैंने बसाया इन लोगों को. I brought them here. So, if the local government is protecting them, shielding them, all such encroachments, how can BJP or MCD intervene into that? But now, since there is a court order, and it's only being done because of court order, because court says that you have to clear up the all areas which will create flood problem in city. So, and then especially if they are on the bank of the Yamuna river, so that's why they've been cleared.
The court also says that the right to rehabilitation arises solely from the prevailing policy that binds them. The determination of eligibility for rehabilitation is a separate process from the removal of encroachers from public land. And I think, Mr. R.P. Singh, of course, there is, all the points that you've been raising that no jhuggis were touched. I think government has to look out for all its people. Those that are being evicted, those that are in the jhuggis, those that are in the pakka homes as well. A government has to look at all those people. I'm again asking you that question. A pakka structure comes down, there is not going to be alternative housing for that, for the people inside a pakka structure, but for the people that are living inside jhuggis, there is going to be alternative housing. That's what you're saying, right, essentially? But these people aren't different. They're the same people. The same people reside in pakka structures. The same people reside in jhuggis. So even if they were made a fool of, they were given that land, under false pretext, we do need to help them out. I would expect the government to help them out as much as they're helping the jhuggiwalas out.
Well, that's how the court orders come in. I mean, that's where the problem is. The court order is because of the court order. And also, tomorrow, Kabir, outside your studio in Noida, someone on that road itself, I've been to your studio, outside on that road, someone builds a house and blocks your gate. So, how do you treat it? And then there is a local government which is shielding. I mean, the Yogi government won't do that, but had there been any other government and had they done it and shielded all such processes, then what's the option? I mean, court has it to intervene into it. It's not that, and then it didn't happen overnight. It has taken years together. And then it was the Aam Aadmi Party which was in ruling all these years.
All right, Ms. R.P. Singh, we've heard your point. We'll give the final 20 seconds to Vandana. Vandana, final 20 seconds if you want to respond to what the BJP here is saying.
Now, because what I feel that R.P. Singh is saying that there is no jhuggi. First of all, I want to ask from the R.P. Singh what jhuggi says. If you keep 2 pakka bricks on your road, on your house, it is a pakka makan. Even though, let's suppose
they are not pakka bricks, they are pakka houses with pakka
rehabilitation. Even though court orders say DDA, because it's on DDA, let me finish. If it is on the DDA land, it is under, where is the rehabilitation? Who stops Rekha Gupta to rehabilitate all these jhuggi dwellers? Who stopped her? No, because in the court orders only it can be said that it may be demolished, but rehabilitation they should be compensated with the alternative.
No. If you don't demolish, you will be responsible.
This is what your policy says.
Don't
Because now the Bharatiya Janata Party or the Delhi government has
all right. Vandana and the gentleman with me here on the broadcast, I think we're going to leave it here. This was a riveting discussion. We understood a lot of facets at play over here, but this is not going to stop anytime. Tomorrow, Bhumihin demolition is expected to take place. Let's see what kind of political, war of words continues over that particular aspect. And this, I think, is more about legal remedies that people have at their disposal as well. The people who think they don't have the power, but the Constitution provides everybody the same sort of legal remedies. This is a little bit about the legal hurdles that people from the jhuggis and the pakka houses, the structure, the differentiation between all of this has to be decoded in detail as well. 30 minutes, little bit less time for that, but we're going to continue to talk about all of this. For now, a quick commercial breather here. On that note, Sanjay Bagadia, R.P. Singh, and of course Vandana, many thanks for joining us here on In Your Interest. We'll see you again next time. For now, a quick commercial breather.
सर पेन रिलीफ के लिए
ये देखो, ये काफी है।
2 हफ्ते का टूर है, कहीं कम ना पड़ जाए।
दुबे जी, ये छोटा सा डायनाबार QPS प्लस आपके 2 स्प्रे के बराबर है।
पेश है डायनाबार QPS प्लस।
लगा के देखो, मान जाओगे।
डायनाबार QPS प्लस।
2.5 lakh strong legacy and counting. Join the big league with the XUV 700 with celebratory offers up to ₹75,000.
He plainly tried to internationalize the Kashmir issue.
We know as a matter of fact that it was Pakistan that ran to America.
West seems to disregard anything that doesn't affect it directly.
Donald Trump is trying to tell the world that I am the savior.
He has no business of speaking about Kashmir. There's a Russian reality, there's an American reality, but I suppose there is also an Indian reality.
Pakistan will test you time and again on this particular issue.
We have actually struck harder, wider and deeper.
The escalation happened, so be it.
India must not
make the same mistake again.
This is India's #1 news network, and you're watching News 9. English news as it should be.
Hello and welcome. You are watching News 9. I am Krishna Kumar. Straight to the big story we're tracking, and those are sensational details in the death of the honeymoon murder case Raja Raghuvanshi during his honeymoon in Meghalaya. And according to exclusive information accessed by News 9, the Shillong police arrested Raj Kushwaha, the prime suspect, at around 11 p.m. based on call detail records, even before Sonam was traced. After Sonam was found in Ghazipur, the police arranged a video call between her and Raj. And during that confrontation, officers told Sonam that Raj has told us everything, now it's your turn. It was at this point that Sonam confessed the entire truth. Sonam and her alleged partner Raj had chalked out a plan. Sonam would resurface in Ghazipur pretending to be a victim of robbery, claiming her husband had been murdered and that the assailants left her behind. This same story was told to the roadside eatery or dhaba worker who found her. And as per the plan, Sonam intended to appear before her family in a distressed condition. After travelling from Indore to UP, she planned to arrive late at night disoriented and say, "We were attacked and my husband was killed." During the police interrogation, a video call between Sonam and Raj Kushwaha exposed the coordinated nature of their actions. Faced with mounting evidence, Sonam broke down and revealed everything. Meanwhile, Raja Raghuvanshi's family has also leveled allegations against Sonam's mother. They claim she was aware of Sonam's affair with Raj. Reportedly, when the family tried to force Sonam into an arranged marriage, she reacted by saying, "Now I'll show you what it means to force someone into marriage." Now, News 9 spoke to Shashti Raghuvanshi, sister of Raja Raghuvanshi, and she revealed that the marriage was arranged through a community matrimony app and that from the beginning, Sonam appeared disinterested and barely communicated with Raja.
Hi Shashti, you are speaking to News 9. मैं News 9 से साक्षी लिटोरिया बात कर रही हूँ. मैंने वीडियोस देखे जो आपने अपने भाई के साथ में डाली है. क्या आप हमें बताना चाहेंगे कि राज और सोनम का रिलेशनशिप कैसा था, किस तरीके से दोनों का रिश्ता तय हुआ था?
दोनों का रिलेशन अच्छा था. ऐप आता है हम रघुवंशी समाज का, उससे सोनम की वहाँ पे फोटो आई थी, वहाँ से हमने रिश्ता तय किया था, पसंद किया था उसको, सोनम को.
अच्छा, जिस तरीके से जैसे कभी किसी का शादी का रिश्ता अगर तय होता है तो जनरली आमतौर पर लोग दोनों तरफ का बैकग्राउंडर चेक करते हैं. तो क्या सोनम के बारे में आप लोगों ने बैकग्राउंडर चेक नहीं किया था उसका?
किया था हमने, पर इतना ज्यादा ध्यान वो नहीं किया था.
तो उनके बारे में जो उनका इन्वॉल्वमेंट किसी और के साथ में बताया जा रहा है, क्या उस बारे में कोई जानकारी पहले निकल के आई थी सामने?
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं पता था हमको.
क्या आपके भाई ने कभी सोनम के बिहेवियर के बारे में शादी के बाद कुछ बताया था आपको?
नहीं, शादी के बाद तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं था. शादी से पहले बस ये बोला था कि वो मुझसे बात नहीं करती है, बहुत कम, मतलब बात ही नहीं करती है, टाइम ही नहीं रहता उसके लिए. तो फिर मम्मी को बोला उसने, तो फिर मम्मी ने सोनम से बात करी कि तू क्यों नहीं बात करती है, तेरे को इंटरेस्ट नहीं है क्या राजा में? तो उसने बोला कि ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, मैं ऑफिस में बिजी रहती हूँ, थक जाती हूँ, इसलिए बात नहीं करती हूँ.
इन्होंने जैसे मेघालय का हनीमून का ट्रिप बनाया था, तो क्या ये आप लोग को बता के गए थे कि ये मेघालय जा रहे हैं या कहाँ?
2 दिन पहले ही पता चला था. सोनम ने टिकट बुक करी थी.
शादी जब तय हुई थी तो शादी तय होने और शादी होने के बीच में कभी कोई फ्रिक्शन पॉइंट इस तरीके का आया कि सोनम से बातचीत में कुछ ऐसा लग रहा हो कि वो इच्छा नहीं रखती है शादी करने की या कुछ इस तरीके का?
नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. सगाई हुई थी, उसके बाद राजा ने पिक्चर देखने का बोला था कि मूवी देखने चलते हैं, तो उनकी मम्मी ने मना कर दिया कि नहीं, हमारे यहाँ से ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है, लड़कियां नहीं जाती है घूमने फिरने, हमको घर वालों को पसंद नहीं है, ऐसा बोल दिया था उन्हें, तो उन्हें जाने ही नहीं दिया था।
तो क्या आपको पता चला है कि सोनम ने सरेंडर किया है या उन्हें पकड़वाया गया है, क्या है?
उनके जो भैया हैं उनके पास 1:30 बजे रात में कॉल आया था सोनम का, एक ढाबे से कॉल किया था उसने, ये पता चला है हमको क्योंकि भैया की बात हुई थी, तो उन्होंने ये बोला है कि 1:30 बजे रात में सोनम का फोन आया था। उसने मुझे बताया है कि मैं यूपी साइड हूँ और वहाँ